Number 15, Madison Bailey. Number 23, Taylor Double. And number 34, Kenna Kirby. Head coach for Marian, Sakana Anderson. Her first as head coach. Assistant coaches, Cedric Bridle, Lindsay Irvine, Megan Andrews, Kelly Ferris. Starters for your Rochester Christian University Warriors. A 5'8" freshman guard, number 5, Simone Andrews. A 6'1" sophomore forward, number 11, J.C. Summers. A 5'7" junior guard, wearing number 15, freshman guard, number 21, Emily Lucky. And rounding out to honor, she's a 6-foot junior forward, number 34, Kelly Ball. Your head coach is second year Mr. Jared O'Campbell. His assistant Steve Lynn, Jim Rogers, student manager Aaliyah O'Campbell.
Well, there you have it. There is the word pregame from public address announcer Mark Stowers here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Stephen MacDonald here with you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors getting ready to jump it up with Marian. Knights win the opening tip. We are underway. Try to post it up inside, turning and hitting against Emily Lockey. First bucket goes to Abby McNally. Averaged 13 points per game last year. Also 8.5 rebounds as well. Andrews picked up the dribble, fires, won't hit. Came off the other side of the iron. Send it this way for Bailey. Post it up again and drops it in. That's McNally again. McNally, a 2023 NAIA All-American second team member. Has the first 2 buckets of our contest. Loon steps into a 3, splash. That's what Ashley Loon can do. Saw it time and time again a year ago. Give the assist to Melanie Moore. Driving down the lane, lay-in goes. That's Kylie McNally. Kylie McNally, 36 games played over her first 2 seasons, averages about 5 minutes per game for her career. Ball picked off the floor by the Knights. They hold the early 3-point lead. Mid-range jump shot no good from Kenna Kirby. Tries again, in closer to the baseline this time, puts it through. Starting lineups for both teams, it's Abby McNally, Kylie McNally, Madison Bailey, Taylor Double, and Kenna Kirby. And for the Warriors, Simone Andrews, J.C. Summers, Ashley Loon, Emily Lockey, and Melanie Moore. Loon goes straight away for Andrews. Andrews threw it away out of bounds. Simone Andrews, a couple days ago here on Saturday against Oakland, played 32 minutes put in 11 points, also had 4 assists. Gets an early turnover there. Only difference to the Warriors starting 5 is that's a throwaway along the far sideline. Only difference from their starting 5 from Saturday is out of the lineup to start is Carmen Lowry and insert Ashley Loon. Otherwise, it's the same group. Corner 3 is through. Rims out by Lockey. Dump it down low, in tight along the baseline, turning against Moore, and scores. 10-3 start for the Knights of Marian University. A heavy dose of Abby McNally. 6:50 to go in the first quarter. Knights lead it by 7. We'll take the timeout on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Warriors trail 10-3 with 6:44 to go in the first quarter. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Loon goes to the logo, has it picked off, intended for Simone Andrews, going all the way in and scoring. That was Kylie McNally, the 6'1" junior forward out of Cincinnati. Warriors struggled with turnovers on Saturday, had 19 of them. That last one was their third already of the evening. Ashley Loon, long offensive rebound, throws up a shot from in the paint, and that was too hard, just banged it off the glass. Laying on the other end, no. Follow-up doesn't go either. And off the deck with it comes Andrews. And for Simone Andrews, back a couple days ago, did a lot of her damage in the scorers column in the second half of that game. Loon lines up the three. Warriors start just 1 of 6 shooting. That one was an Ashley Loon three. As Abby McNally adds to her total, up to 8 now. Mentioned top of our broadcast a year ago, averaged just about 13 points per game. Averages 12 for her career so far. Shooting it pretty well to begin this one. 4 out of 5 from the floor. Also adds 2 rebounds and 1 assist. They get it to Madison Bailey. Bounce pass on the interior. Got taken away by the Warriors. Pass nearly taken away by the Knights. Mid-range jump shot from right about the free throw line rattles off. Andrews 0 for 3 to begin this one. Sideline corner three is going to be tapped out of bounds right in front of us and will go the other way. Olivia Faust checks in for the Knights. For the Warriors, it's Shahad Bakar and Tambry Williams. Williams off the bench the other day, played 22 minutes, had 9 points and 10 rebounds in that one. Spin it outside, three on the way, rips the net. Taylor double with a triple. Williams tosses over to Summers. They'll reverse it to the far corner and tapped out of bounds. On the run out, nobody back for the Warriors. Easy lay-in for Kylie McNally. And similar to what we saw back in the first quarter on Saturday for the Warriors, things starting to get away from them in a hurry. 3:10 to go in the first quarter, 19-3, as the Warriors start 1 of 8 shooting. Meanwhile, Marian shooting right around 69% to begin this one. We'll step aside from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Back out of the timeout. Warriors have already burned a couple here. 3 minutes to play in the first. Knights in control so far. They've shot it almost 70% to begin play. Shahad Bakar drives, has it blocked on the way up by Olivia Faust, who checked in just about a minute before the timeout. Floater off the mark. Warriors look to push. They have a 2-on-2 the other way. Summers hangs off the glass and in. We'll see if maybe pushing there in transition can give the Warriors a bit of a spark. For Summers back on Saturday, 31 minutes against Oakland, 10 points, had 8 rebounds. Also a couple blocks as well, but battled through some foul problems. That three bangs off the rim, and again, the Warriors look to create a 2-on-2 the other way. Marian does well to get back defensively. They work it to Lowry, skip pass taken away, and just an easy stroll up the floor for 2. The McNallys have made their mark on this opening quarter. That was Kylie with the lay-in off the steal, just doing it all herself that time. Abby McNally has 8, Kylie with 8 as well. Try to float it in for Summers, goes off glass again, this time won't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Marian in the blue. And we'll get a timeout called on the floor. Some subs checking in on both sides on the other side of the timeout. We've got 1:10 to go in the first quarter, 21-5. It's the Marian Knights on top. We'll take the timeout with them on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
The value of champions of character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
(21-5) as we hit 1 minute to play in the opening quarter. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Looks like the Knights had a player open down low. It was Zoe Wheeler that was calling for it. Didn't see her, but they'll trade the two for a three from the far corner. Two out of four from beyond the arc for Marian to begin this one. Warriors 1 out of 3 as Ashley Loon got the scoring started for the Warriors on a three-point try. That long three comes off the heel by Demi Rodriguez. Ball out of bounds, 18.8 to go in the quarter. Marian shooting at 61% here in the first. Warriors have suffered 7 turnovers again. That was a problem for them going back to Saturday. Williams tried to tie it up and does. Otherwise, the Warriors would have been looking at turnover number 8. Possession arrow stays at this end with 12.5 to go. Marian 8 points off turnovers so far. Williams will trigger on the inbound, and that is going to be turnover number 8. Looked like the Warriors would have tied it up there, but possession arrow would have gone the other direction anyway. Laying at the other end, pinballs around and down. And just before the quarter buzzer, we're through 10 minutes, 26-5. The Knights out in front of the Warriors. We will step aside. Second quarter on the other side on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school. And I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Second quarter just about set to get going. Both teams making their way back out on the floor after a first quarter highlighted by the McNallys. Abby and Kylie McNally, 8 points apiece as they both go 4 out of 6 from the floor for the juniors out of Cincinnati. Warriors points in that first quarter came off an Ashley Loon 3 and a J.C. Summers jump shot from the baseline. Into the corner it goes, pull up for 3. That's well offline by Wheeler. Just a little too much on it from the freshman that time. Warriors with their first possession of the second quarter in the hands of Carmen Lowry. Again, got the start on Saturday, did Lowry, but Coach Ocampo swapping her with Ashley Loon here this evening. Williams spins through a double and fills it. Warriors showing a bit of a press here. Tracking it far baseline just to our left. They'll let it go out of play. That's a turnover by the Knights. Just the third turnover by Marian so far. Rochester Christian with 8 turnovers in the first 10 minutes. Turning the corner, Rodriguez throws it up, no. And they'll say she traveled with it before she let it go. Already a minute 20 in to our second quarter. Warriors again going full court. Just trying to slow down this Marian offense that got up and down in transition largely because of those 8 turnovers by Rochester Christian back in the first. Saving it from going out of bounds was Faust. She'll turn, dish it into the corner, but was fouled as she made the turn. And amazingly, with 8:18 to go in the first half, first foul of our contest goes against the Warriors. They get Demi Rodriguez. Drop it off on the baseline, turns it outside. Extra pass to McNally, got bumped. Just kind of dropped the ball as she went up, and that draws the whistle. Looks like they get Williams with her first, team second. Go into the painted area, through a crowd, skip it outside. Driving layup, no. Follow-up, no. And a bump and a foul underneath the hoop. Going up with it was Kylie McNally off the miss by Abby. That'll be the second quickly on Rodriguez, team's third. She'll sit down. Riley Place comes in. Place came off the bench on Saturday as the first free throw's no good. Played 7 minutes, scored 6 points. On 2 of 3 shooting did Riley Place. Neither one falls. Rebound comes down to Lowry, who pushed it across the timeline. Stutter steps, drives, doesn't get the shot to fall, hit the deck, no whistle. Have not seen a whistle on Marian just yet. Stepping through and scoring it. Here's Jordan Peterson. Gives it up to Andrews. Andrews from the elbow, jump shot off the back end. Offensive rebound, Place sends it back outside for Lowry for 3. Bang! Give the assist to Riley Place and the offensive rebound that made that 3 happen. 7 minutes to play in the half. The Crimson Crazies just off to our left now, getting into it after that 3. And giving an extra shout on the rebound there by Place. Goes straight away for Andrews. Now this side for Lowry. Williams at the elbow. Reverse it far side for Andrews. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. Andrews still handles it. tried to go dribble handoff with Peterson and had it taken away. Up the floor it goes, and the transition bucket is good. Abby McNally again. 10 points for Abby McNally. Place comes this way for Peterson. Peterson, a freshman out of Canton, Michigan, where she attended Belleville. 5 to shoot. They try to post it up for Williams. With contact, doesn't get the shot, but does get the whistle, and that'll be the first foul of the ball game against the Knights with 5:48 to go in the first half. Shahad Bakar checks in, as does J.C. Summers. That'll be the first foul on Kylie McNally. Williams at the free throw line, comes up short on the first. Williams went 3 for 6 at the free throw line against Oakland, comes up empty there. Marian wasting no time on their offensive end, get it in for the lay-in. As Kylie McNally makes up for the foul on the defensive end, goes in and scores for 2. Shahad Bakar straight away driving left and traveled with it, trying to make the bounce pass in. .5:15 and counting to go in our first half. It's been a lot of Abby and Kylie McNally. Abby gives it off. Floated inside to her through 3 defenders. One of them dropped off. That was Riley Place. Kind of peeled off at the last second. Warriors get the stop. Whip it around the arc and post it up for Williams. Sends it outside. Riley Place wants a 3. Can't bank it in. And for the Warriors in this second quarter, have really cooled off Marian a bit offensively. They put up 26 in the first quarter as the Warriors get a steal. Have allowed just 6 here in the second. But the Warriors looking for answers on offense. Flip it outside, Summers walking the baseline. Easy takeaway by Abby McNally. Pumps the brakes, puts up a shot off glass. No. Follow-up doesn't go either for Taylor Double. Whistle and a foul on the Warriors. Clock stops with 3:52 to go. A host of subs getting ready to come in for the Warriors, including, looks like Melanie Moore and Ashley Loon, 2 of the starters for Coach Ocampo in this one. Warriors find themselves in a hole, 32-10, 3:52 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. So far in this one, Abby and Kylie McNally have combined for 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. on a combined 10 of 17 shooting from the floor. Neither has attempted a three in this one. And 2 free throws from Kylie McNally, but she missed both. Their team leads at 32-10. First free throw comes up short. Looks like Taylor double at the free throw line, knocks in the second. Double a sophomore guard, 5'11", according to the roster. Sophomore out of Huntington, Indiana. Double 6 points, 2 rebounds. That free throw attempts a minute ago, her first 2 attempts of the night, going 1 out of 2. Pass tipped and held in by Shahad Bakar, but gave it right back to Kylie McNally for 2. Reverse it with Ashley Loon. Loon 1 of 4 so far. 12 to shoot, they get it back to 15 in white. Go straight away to Shahad Bakar behind the back dribble. Wide open, Loon steps into a 3. Offensive rebound, Moore, driving, scoring, and 1. Kenna Kirby hit with the foul. That's her first, team's second. Free throw for Moore rims out. Moore on Saturday against Oakland played 17 minutes, had 7 points, 4 rebounds. So far in this one, has just 2 points on the made basket a moment ago. Also a rebound and had an assist earlier on. In fact, that lay-in, her lone shot so far of the contest. 2:29 to go in the first half. Marian now in the bonus, up 35-12. First free throw is through. Looks like Kenna Kirby at the free throw line sinks both. Kenna Kirby, going back to her high school days, is actually the all-time leading scorer for Tri-West High School in Indiana. And more recently for Marian was a 2023 NAIA Scholar athlete. Warriors have 6 to shoot. Shahad Bakar lost the handle at the logo, has to put up a shot with 2, floats, and they don't get it off in time. Got it to Melanie Moore, but just couldn't get rid of it in time. Quickly off the bench comes Simone Andrews. She'll check in for Shahad Bakar. Warriors showing a little bit of that full court pressure we saw earlier. And this time it works. Steal for Lockie. Andrews steps into a 3. Just grazed the rim. Offensive rebound. Moore put back up and in. Final 90 seconds of our first half. McNally turns the corner, tries to hook one up, got fouled in the act of shooting. That was Kylie McNally on the move. Kylie with 12 points, 4 rebounds so far. She'll have a chance to add to that total in just a moment. Missed her only other 2 free throws in this one so far. Knocks down the first here. That gives Kylie 13. Abby McNally still with 10. Makes good on both after going 0 for 2 on her last trip. Lockie, who got the steal for the Warriors on the other end just a moment ago, checks out. So it's Lowry, Andrews, Loon, Moore. And into the game is Mila Alls. Floated inside for Moore, got tangled up with a couple of Knights defenders, and that'll draw the whistle. Foul goes on Faust, her first, team's third, with 1:07 to go. Moore at the free throw line, too strong on the first. Moore shot just 1 free throw on Saturday, and she knocked it down. Misses both on this trip to the line. Trying to work through Melanie Moore, the defender, and had to go down to the floor to tie it up. Possession arrow going the other way with the Warriors. Looked like that was Kylie McNally just trying to get a 2-on-2 the other direction, but got stood up by Moore. Rochester Christian playing a couple tough games back-to-back to begin their season, playing Division I Oakland on homecoming on Saturday, then welcoming in a really strong Marian squad here tonight. Marian receiving votes in the NAIA poll. And that was something that, talking just a couple weeks ago with Coach Ocampo, said that this group welcomes that challenge of bringing in some top-notch teams as they've done. But certainly doesn't help when you're missing 2 of your 3 captains to begin the season, as Amari Martin and Grace Lotus sitting over there across from us on the bench in street clothes for the 2nd straight game. Final 30 seconds of the half. Float one up, can't find the mark. Warriors away with it, don't have numbers in transition. Shot clock is off, however. Extra pass into the corner for 3. That hit the side of the backboard. Rebound comes out to Rochester Christian. 10 seconds to go in the half. Floated inside looking for more. Comes up short on the lay-in try. Rebound comes down to Abby McNally. She'll toss it down floor, nowhere in the direction of the rim. And that is how the first half will end. Marian takes the lead after 20 minutes, 39-14, into the halftime locker room, as it's been the McNally show here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Kylie McNally with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and Abby McNally right behind her, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. 39-14, your halftime score. Second half on the other side. Halftime here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena, 39-14 is our halftime score. Get some stats from that first 20 minutes of action if you're just joining us here. Kylie McNally finished the first half with 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Abby McNally added 10 with 7 rebounds on 5 of 10 from the floor. On the other side for the Warriors, Melanie Moore finished with 4 points, 3 rebounds, as Ashley Loon got the scoring started for the Warriors with a 3. Marian shot at 53% in the first half. Warriors had 14 turnovers in the first, had 19 in their game on Saturday against Oakland. That leads to 15 points, though, off turnovers for Marian on those 14 turnovers by Rochester Christian. While we have a moment, I'd like to remind you that our next broadcast here on the RC Sports Network will be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern, as women's volleyball returns home to take on Michigan Dearborn. And taking a look just to our left here above the floor, some members of the women's volleyball team in attendance for this matchup between the Warriors and the Knights. 39-14, our score at the half. We will step aside. Second half coming up on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. The halftime score between the Knights of Marian and the Rochester Christian Warriors. Warriors gave up 26 points in the first quarter, did much better in the second. Their only problem is that the Warriors have shot 23% for the game, just 6 of 26, going 2 of 11 from three-point range. Marian credited with 10 steals on 14 Warrior turnovers. They've also blocked 3 shots so far in this one. And on 16 field goals, Marian with 9 assists. Again, Kylie and Abby McNally, 14 and 10 points respectively, also combining for 11 rebounds and a pair of assists. As they go 11 of 19 shooting combined in that first half of play. Second half, just a few ticks from getting going. Kenna Kirby for Marian, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Also knocked down a 3 in that first half for the Knights. Simone Andrews, 5 in white for Rochester Christian. 0 of 5 in that first half of play. We'll see if she has a similar second half to what she did on Saturday. Did most of her damage in the second half against Oakland. Halftime now concluded. Both teams set to make their way back out on the floor. Stephen McDonald here with you. Again, upcoming broadcasts here on the RC Sports Network. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Warriors women's volleyball team in action against Michigan Dearborn. And then this coming Saturday, November 2nd, yes, we are already just about into the month of November. Both Warriors men's and women's basketball will be in action this Saturday. We'll have all 3 of those upcoming games for you right here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network, with yours truly on the call of all the action. Corner 3 from the near side right corner, jumps off the rim. Dump it down low on the move for Moore. Her shot comes up short. Moore got the defensive board off the miss by Taylor Double. They tried to get it to her on the offensive end, just couldn't find the finishing touch. Both teams now with the possession here in the third. In the middle of the paint, rising and scoring goes Abby McNally. McNally now with 12. Floater, Loon, glass, got it. Both sides with a deuce to begin the third. Again, Warriors did much better defensively in the second quarter, gave up just 13 points as that ball pinballs around and falls. And that was the story as well on Saturday against the Golden Grizzlies. Got down big early, and Oakland just never looked back. But again, mentioned it towards the end of our first half, speaking with Coach Ocampo last week, said that this team welcomes the opportunity to play these big matchups early on and get a feel for where they're at this early in the season, as there's a lot of new faces this year on this Warriors team. They send it to the corner for one of them now. That three, too strong by Simone Andrews. Andrews now 0 of 6 going in. Layup spins off the rim. Got all the way in, just couldn't finish. Andrews into the front court with it. Already 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Williams, Talaki, couple newcomers on this Warriors team. Looks like they'll get Williams with the offensive foul on the screen. That'll be the second on Williams. Williams, the freshman out of New Baltimore, and was a Dakota Cougar in her high school days. Into the corner it goes, lines up the three off the back end by Taylor Double. A couple misses from that same corner to start the third for Taylor Double. bounce pass inside, left alone, but couldn't finish. That was Kylie McNally. And from what we've seen here tonight, you're not going to see her miss from in close like that very often. Reverse it to Summers. Then sends it off to Loon. Rips it inside. Williams can't finish. Frustrated with herself on that miss. Warriors got the look they wanted. Here's Bailey, bounce pass. They'll go one more time into that same corner for double. This time she passed it back to Bailey, who pulls up and fills it up. Just the first basket for Madison Bailey, second attempt of our ball game. Does have 3 assists though. Turning back from the baseline, send it outside. Loon wants a 3. Just did catch the rim. On the push, bounce pass, excellent feed, and the lay-in is good. Abby McNally lays it in again. Excellent feed by Kenna Kirby, 47-16. Marian out in front, 6:17 to go in the third. Timeout on the floor called by the Warriors. Will take the timeout too. This is the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Abby McNally with the lay-in off the bounce pass feed from Kenna Kirby sent us to the 32nd timeout called by the Warriors. 6:17 to go here in the third. Stephen McDonald here with you. Warriors with it out of the timeout. Shahad Bakar handles the dribble. Bounces it free throw line for Tambry Williams. Rodriguez hangs, got it blocked. She'll kick it outside. And the Warriors will reset things a bit with 12 to shoot. Lexi Ringley, 14, the freshman now into the game. Williams backs in, hooks, comes up short, bodied a little bit in the painted area. On the wing, shot bounces off the heel of the rim. Rodriguez going to send it this way, looking for Shahad Bakar. Bakar still with it. Bounce pass got slapped right back to her by Taylor Double. 10 to shoot for the Warriors as Williams turns, can't hit, got her own miss, sends it outside as the shot clock partially resets to 20. Rodriguez dances, can't hit. As Williams got the offensive rebound, there was no one in front of her, but a whistle and a foul on the drive by Rodriguez. Upcoming schedule for the Warriors as Rodriguez steps to the free throw line. This Thursday, October 31st, free throws good by Rodriguez. They'll be at Huntington at Platt Arena. Then, as mentioned earlier, they'll come back home on Saturday, November 2nd, and take on Lambton. That's a doubleheader with the Lambton Lions. Men's game will be that same afternoon. 1 out of 2 at the line for Rodriguez. Kick it outside, wide open, corner 3, rips the net. Warriors, after that game against Lambton on the 2nd, will head out for a lengthy road swing. November 6th at Indiana Northwest, November 13th against Spring Arbor, the 16th against Rio Grande, and then conference play begins November 20th at Cornerstone. Kenna Kirby with the lay-in. The Warriors' first home conference game will be November 26th, just before Thanksgiving. They'll take on Lourdes at 5:30 Eastern Time. Battle forward on the floor, picked up by the Knights and Madison Bailey. 3:50 to go in the third. Taking a look at the schedule, as there's a whistle and a foul against the Warriors. Looks like they'll get Mila Alls. Upcoming schedule for the Knights after this one, they'll go home for a decent stretch. They'll play Oakland City University on Tuesday, November 5th, so that's 1 week from now. And then on the 8th, they'll take on Mid-America Nazarene. And then the very next day, on Saturday the 9th, they'll play St. Xavier as part of a 4-game homestand. 3:40 to go here in the third, 52-17. Marian out in front. We'll take a 30-second timeout on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
.340 to go in the third quarter, 52-17, Marian out in front. It was a foul by Mila Alls that sent us to the media timeout. Abby and Kylie McNally each with 14 points apiece. Kylie will sit down. Abby McNally still out there, 11 in blue. She's out there with Madison Bailey, Kennedy Fueling, Taylor Double, and Olivia Faust. At the free throw line is Double, misses on the first free throw. If she can knock this one down, would put her in double figures, and does. .10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Taylor Double. Is now one of 4 Knights in double figures. The McNallys each with 14, Kenna Kirby with 11, and now Taylor Double with 10. Demi Rodriguez knocks down the first free throw at the other end. Foul went on Kennedy Fueling, the 5'7" freshman. And again, Warriors, if you weren't with us back on Saturday and maybe missed the first half of this one, Warriors playing without 2 of their 3 captains, as Amari Martin, this shot comes up well short, held in by Williams, And then the Warriors step out of bounds. Warriors playing without Amari Martin and Grace Lotus. They're over there on the bench, but not dressed in uniform Saturday or tonight. Angelina Haisha into the ball game. She's the other captain for the Warriors. Saw her a bit on Saturday. Going down to the baseline, whistling a foul underneath. Warriors with a couple subs here. Looks like Riley Place, Carmen Lowry, excuse me. Also, Savannah Laurenti coming off the bench, 25 in the white. She'll trigger on the inbound, gets it into Williams. Simone Andrews checked in as well. So almost an entirely new group out there for the Warriors. Basketball gets tied up, so we'll stay at this end. So the 5 on the floor for the Warriors: Place, Lowry, Andrews, Laurenti, and Williams. The 5 for the Knights: McNally, that's Abby McNally, Bailey, Fueling, Double, and Faust. Andrews handles it. 8 to shoot. That pass was tipped and taken away by Marian. Bounce pass inside, looking for Faust, able to control it, sidestepping into a 3, rattles out. Offensive rebound put back up by McNally. No, got her own miss. Floats, and they'll wave it off because she traveled with it. 1:42 to go in the third. Substitution for the Knights. Looks like McNally will sit. Ested Sevilla comes in for 6'2" senior forward out of Spain. High off glass and got it. Tambry Williams showing off the touch. Playing an important role in the absence of Grace Lotus. Left alone in the corner for 3. Runs it off the rim. Offensive rebound to the Knights. Eyeing the 3. Got the 3 for Taylor Double. Well, at the start of the third quarter, Double had a couple looks from the right side corner for 3. Didn't make either of those. This time she goes straight away and knocks it down. It's 56-21. Final 40 seconds of our third quarter. Gets it to her now. Straight away it goes to the logo for Faust. 10 to shoot, 30 to go in the quarter. Reverse it, back to Double for 3. Back to back. For Double, that's now a game-high 16. Dump it inside for Williams, who gets knocked into and fouled. So Double passes the McNallys, who both sit at 14. Double having a solid game in her own right. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Going 5 of 10 from the floor and 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Foul occurred with 6.4 to go in the quarter. Williams out high for Andrews. Andrews has to put a shot up, and that was blocked at the buzzer, corralled by Sevilla, and that is how the third quarter will end. 59-21 through 3. We will take the timeout. Fourth quarter on the other side from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Looks like the Warriors will put some starters back in as we get set to begin the fourth quarter of play. Moore, Summers, and Lockie both just walked back into the huddle from the scorers table. Fourth and final quarter upcoming. 59-21 our score. Warriors, after 19 turnovers on Saturday against Oakland, enter the fourth quarter with 18. Marian has shot it an even 50% for the game, going just under 36% from three. Of course, that was helped out by the couple threes to end the third by Taylor Double, who has a game-high 16. Double, going back a season ago, logged the second most games played of her freshman class. Had 27 games played as the Warriors come away with the steal. The layup doesn't go in transition for Simone Andrews. And for Simone Andrews, that's 0 of 7 now from the floor with that last miss. On the other end, lay-in goes off glass for Olivia Faust. Into the corner goes Lockie, wide open three. Can't knock it down, rebound comes down to the Knights. Warriors 8 of 41 in our contest. Send it into the corner, that three is blocked by Summers into the waiting arms of Simone Andrews, who got trapped on the baseline and turns it over. Settle it down now on the right side of your screen. Driving is Madison Bailey. Flips up a shot, no. Offensive rebound, Sevilla. Turning, hooking, won't go. But the whistle goes for a foul on the Warriors. Foul goes on Summers, her first. Team's first of this fourth quarter. And we have 8:34 to go in the quarter. Chloe Sakalis and Shahad Bakar come in. Sakalis, a freshman out of Warren, Michigan, where she attended Cousino High School. Second free throw falls. Here's Loon, baseline floating, too much on it, out of bounds. Angelina Haisha comes in for Loon, who just put up that shot. Reversing it now is Fueling. Gave it off to Gray, that's Kenna Gray. 10 to shoot for Marian. Turning with it is Faust. Gets it back to Kenna Gray, who had it blocked. Picked off the floor by Shahad Bakar. She'll push ahead, just weaving her way through blue jerseys, drops it off, and the lay-in by Moore. Excellent job by Shahad Bakar. Just put her head down, got it across midcourt, and then knew where to look once she got in deep. They'll get her for the foul here on the defensive end. Team's second of our quarter, and that'll be the second on Bakar. She's out there with Sakalis, Summers, Haisha, and Moore. The 5 for the Knights is Gray, Sevilla, Bailey, Fueling, and Faust. Into the corner goes Rise and Fire for 3 for Olivia Faust. Baseline drive, Sakalis had it slapped away out of play. .708 to go. It'll be a baseline inbound for Summers. Gets it into Moore, takes the handoff from her. Long 2 on the way. Hops off the rim, Sakalis the rebound, puts it up, no. A whistle and a foul on the shot try. Chloe Sakalis steps to the free throw line. First one's up, and it pops out. One more at the line for her. Digs in, puts it up. That one jumps off the front. Marian looking to push up big. They'll get it into the far corner, and that's off the mark by Faust. Knocked one down a moment ago, did Faust, but not this time from the opposite side. Taken away, far sideline, tiptoed the sideline, puts up the shot, no. Rebound to Moore, finds the outlet in Chloe Sakalis. They get it to the freshman Sakalis. Didn't score in limited minutes on Saturday against Oakland. Had an opportunity to get a couple scratches in at the free throw line as Bakar goes long on a 3, and then getting knocked to the floor, whistling a foul, is going to go against Melanie Moore. Just the first on Melanie Moore, team's third. Kenna Kirby comes in for Marian. Ashley Loon subs in for the Warriors. So it's Sakalis, Summers, Haisha, Loon, and Moore for Coach Ocampo. Gray, Sevilla, Faust, Wheeler, and Kirby, the 5 for the Knights. 12 to shoot, 5:52 to go in the game. And that'll be a turnover by the Knights. Again, a quick look at the upcoming schedule for the Warriors. They'll be on the road on Halloween night at Huntington as Loon turns, throws it back outside. Thought Summers was going to be there, and then try to skip it across for Sakalis out of bounds. On November 2nd, Warriors return for a doubleheader with the men's team. They'll both take on the Lambton Lions. We'll have all those games for you right here on the RC Sports Network. And after that game against Lambton, the Warrior women go out on the road for 4 straight. This ball's tipped off the baseline will stay at this end.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 2, Riley Place.
Riley Place will come in. Haisha will sit down. Turning with it, fading back. Can't get the shot to fall was Faust. Caught in a triple team, but somehow gets it outside for 3. That's off the heel. Another offensive rebound. They flick it back out to Faust. Head coach Santana Anderson in her 4th season just kind of says same thing, wants her team to run that same look they just had again. They come up empty on it either way. Coach Anderson, 4th season, first as the head coach. Ashley Loon knocks down the 3. That's her second 3 of the night, 2 out of 6 from beyond the arc, 8 points and 2 rebounds for the night. Timeout with 4:31 to go in the game, 65-26. Marian out in front. We'll come back with the final 4.5 from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
The 3 by Loon sent us to the timeout, 4:31 to go in the game. She has 8 points and a couple of rebounds. Melanie Moore, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. While Tambry Williams just 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting, but has put in work on the glass with 10 rebounds. On the other side, Marian with 4 players in double figures, led by Taylor Doubles 16. Abby McNally, 14 points, 11 rebounds, and Kylie McNally with 14 points, 5 rebounds, as the McNallys combined for 13 out of 24 shooting. Knights with it out of the timeout, go bounce pass to the baseline, extra pass down there, works its way back outside, 3 on the wing, rings around and down for Kenna Kirby. Kirby was one of those 4 players in double figures. She's now up to 14, ties her with Kylie and Abby McNally. Outside it goes to Place. She'll work it down to the baseline, gets caught up there. Entry pass in for Moore, turns and hits. Hand in her face, had to lean back a little bit even to just get enough separation to get the shot away, but she knocks it down. That's 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting for Melanie Moore. And the big story for the Warriors going forward is going to be how soon can you get Grace Lotus and Amari Martin back into the lineup, as there's a corner 3 far side, too strong. And that never caught the rim, so that's a shot clock violation. And the other story too going forward is the turnovers. They had 19 on Saturday against Oakland. They have 21 in this one with 3:19 to go. Bounce pass coming from Jordan Peterson to Moore, who lays it in, and the whistle. Kenna Gray whistled for her second. The senior guard out of New Carlisle, Ohio. That'll put Moore at the free throw line. 0 for 3 at the line so far. Can't hit on this one. 0 for 4. Does have 10.6 rebounds, however. Working to the right, picking up the dribble was Kenna Kirby. 3 on the way, splash, Kenna Gray. First basket for Gray. Moore sends it over to Loon. Try a little give and go off the screen. Pass was tipped, but into the hands of Moore with 10 to shoot. Drops it off, floater, good. Chloe Sakalis. And that is the first basket in a Warriors uniform for Chloe Sakalis. Had a chance earlier in our contest at the free throw line. Didn't get either of them to fall, but she'll take the floater in the lane there.
Now the Warriors, number 15, Ashley Lynn, her first team foul.
Foul goes against Loon. That's just her first. 2:05 to go in the game as here's Gray, who just knocked down the 3 a moment ago. She'll send it outside for 3. Place tracking the rebound and gets there. Slow break for the Warriors as Loon gets it outside. Place for 3. Offensive rebound. Moore goes off glass for 2. Melanie Moore will be a bright spot in this one for the Warriors. 12.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Also the rebounding by Tambry Williams, who had 10. Kenna Kirby, another 3. That'll be the third 3 by Kirby. That puts her ahead of Taylor Double with 17. Loon! Give me that for 3. Third 3 for Ashley Loon puts her in double figures with 11. But again, just too much scoring by Marian in this one as Kirby runs up the floater off glass, runs it out, and out of bounds will go the other direction. 17 for Kirby, 16 for Double. The McNally's combined for 28 total, 14 apiece. For the Warriors, Melanie Moore, 12.7 rebounds, and Ashley Loon, 11 points. Tambry Williams, just 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting, but does have those 10 rebounds. Shot clock off, 15 seconds and counting. Hanging out with it at the logo is Kenna Kirby, just waiting for the final horn. 74-37 will be your final score as Kirby just dribbles it out towards her sideline. Get some final stats in this one before we sign off. Warriors surrendered 26 points in the first, but they wouldn't give up more than 20 in any of the next 3 quarters, so did a much better job defensively in those latter 3 quarters. But again, just too much offense for the Knights here this evening. 4 players in double figures led by Kenna Kirby, 17 on 6 of 11 shooting and 3 of 4 from the outside. Melanie Moore finishes with a team high 12 and 7 rebounds, while Ashley Loon, the other Warrior, in double figures with 11. She goes 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. Again, like to remind you that our next broadcast will be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, as the Warriors volleyball team returns home to take on Michigan Dearborn. Our next basketball broadcast will be this Saturday, as it's a basketball doubleheader between the Warriors and the Lambton Lions. But for the one final time, our final score is Marian 74, the Rochester Christian Warriors 37. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Christian Sports Network.